guys, it's Melanie. Welcome to my channel. Today I've got a book outlet haul, so stay tuned. Okay, so I went ahead and cut this open and I'm dying to dig inside. I always love when I get these boxes. I can't stop ordering from Book Outlet now that I have found this place. I love it. So let's pull out a lot of paper. Ooh, ah. Okay, so the first book in my Book Outlet haul is Lady Windermere's Lover. It says, "Hell hath no fury. Damien, Earl of Windermere, rues the day he drunkenly gambled away his family's estate and was forced into marriage to reclaim it. Now, after hiding out from his new bride for a year, Damien is finally called home, only to discover that his modest bride has become an alluring beauty, and rumor has it that she has taken a lover. Damien vows to keep his wife from straying again, but to do so he must seduce her and protect his heart from falling for the wife he never knew he wanted. Like a woman abandoned, Lady Cynthia never aspired to be the subject of scandal, but with her husband off gallivanting across Persia, what was a lady to do? Flirting shamelessly with his former best friend seemed like the perfect revenge, except no matter how little Damien deserves her loyalty, Cynthia can't bring herself to be unfaithful. But now that the scoundrel has returned home, Cynthia isn't about to forgive his absence so easily, even if his presence stirs something in her she'd long thought dead and buried. He might win her heart, if he can earn her forgiveness." So, yeah, just thought it was kind of a steamy, romancy novel. Looks like so. Okay, next we have The Fairy Path by Freywin Jones. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. It's very pretty. Anita was living an ordinary life until an elegant stranger pulled her into another world. Swept away into a court of magic and beauty, she discovers she is Tania, the lost princess of Fairy. Since Tania's mysterious disappearance 500 years before, Fairy has been sunk into darkness and gloom. With her return, Fairy comes alive again as a land of winged children, glittering balls, and fantastic delights. But Tania can't forget Anita's world, or the boy she loved there. Torn between two loves and between two worlds, Tania slowly remembers why she disappeared and realizes that she is the only one who can stop a sinister plan that threatens the entire world of Fairy. I thought it sounded like a cute, fluffy little fairy read. Okay, next we have The Ingredients of Love by Nicholas Thoreau, and it says, "A charming restaurant, a book and its mysterious author, a little secret, a romantic meeting, Paris and all its magic." Cute, fluffy, contemporary read, and it doesn't seem like it's, oh, how cute. There's actually some recipes in the back, which I didn't know. That's cute. Okay, but yeah, this is only like 254 pages, so it's a pretty thin, I imagine it'll be a pretty quick read. And I love Paris, so a lot of these books are pretty thin, so I think I'll be able to, these will be good for some kind of readathon or something. Okay, so the next book on my list is Slide by Jill Hathaway, and it says, "She sees through the eyes of a killer." Now this is about a girl named V who is narcoleptic, but she doesn't just go to sleep. Every time she falls asleep, she actually slides into the mind and eyes of someone else, like her sister, and when her sister is cheating on a math test, or her teacher having a little alcoholic beverage in the teacher's lounge. But then one day she slides into the mind and eyes of a killer. Anyway, she has to find a way to unmask the killer because she doesn't think anybody would actually believe her when she told them what she was experiencing. So she's going to try to solve this herself. And this is another really thin book. It looks like it's about 250 pages, so another quick read. Oh, let's look at the cover. It's pretty purple. I like it. It's beautiful. Next we have Here by Robin Epstein. When her acceptance to Columbia is revoked just weeks before graduation, Cassandra Black is desperate. She hastily enrolls in the summer program at Henley University under the watchful eye of her great-uncle Brian. She figures successfully assisting him in his HEAR program, HERE, Henley Engineering Anomalies Research, will get her into college somewhere. As Cass gets to know the 4 other HERE students, she realizes that she overlooked the anomalies part of their acronym. They've all been recruited to help Brian run experiments that gauge extrasensory perception, including, to her astonishment, Cass herself. But Cass would know if she were psychic, right? And again, thin. I think I went for a lot of thin books this time. So the next book in my list is Pretty Dead by Francesca Lia Block. And it says, something is happening to Charlotte Emerson. Like the fires that are ravaging the hills of LA, it consumes her from the inside out. Something to do with the tear in her inviolably perfect nails. The way she feels when she is with the brooding magnetic Jared. The blood rushing once again to her cheeks and throughout her veins. For Charlotte is a vampire, witness to almost a century's worth of death and destruction, but not since she was a human girl has mortality touched her until now. And there's a blurb on the back from Cassandra Clare, which is like my favorite author. And it says, a modern gothic that draws you into its pages and refuses to let go until the last gorgeously chosen word. And I mean, that's enough for me. And it's a thin, like, super short, only 195 pages. And it's written like fairly large, well-spaced text. So yeah, I have a feeling that this is going to go like super, super fast. Actually, there's another blurb by Cassandra Clare on here. It says, an opulent, surreal world of strange beauty, sudden horror, and lush romance. Okay, so the next book in my list is Don't You Forget About Me by Katie Karras Quinn. And it says, welcome to Gardnerville, a place where no one gets sick and no one ever dies of natural causes. But there's a price to pay for paradise. Every 4 years, the strange power that fuels the town takes its toll and a teenager commits a horrible crime. A crime that sends other teens to their graves. And every 4 years, the killer is locked up in the reformatory, only to emerge years later a shell of their former self. 4 years ago, Skylar's sister, Piper, was taken away after leading her classmates onto the trestle bridge and commanding them to jump to their deaths. Since then, Skylar has lived in a numb haze, waiting for Piper to be released. But the secrets Piper left behind keep taunting Skylar, whispering that the only way to truly get her sister back is to stop Gardnerville's murderous cycle once and for all. And I thought this sounded really, really cool. Let's look at the cover. Okay, so there's no way that you're going to be able to see this, I don't think. Oh yeah, maybe. It's got like the tree branches imprinted on it. Creepy green text there. Now this one's 334 pages. Okay, the next book in here is Trial by Fire by Josephine Angelini, I think is how it's pronounced. And it says, a must-read romance. It has everything a book should have. Action, adventure, violence, a butt-kicking heroine, and one hot hero. And that was USA Today. Worlds collide, magic reigns, love burns. Her life-threatening allergies make it increasingly difficult to live a normal life, and after a completely humiliating incident ruins her first and perhaps only real party, she's ready to disappear. Suddenly, Lily finds herself in a different Salem, one overrun with monsters and ruled by powerful women, including Lillian, this world's version of Lily. What made Lily weak at home makes her extraordinary here. It also puts her in terrible danger. Faced with new responsibilities she can barely understand and a love she never expected, Lily is left with one question. How can she be the savior of this world when she's literally her own worst enemy? And this is the first book in the World Walker trilogy. So I thought this was another really thin book, but apparently they just have really thin pages because this is 374 pages. But it seems so thin. And it's fairly small text. But it does have, what's funny is after that you can actually continue reading the deleted scenes, I guess different things they took out of the book. But 372 pages. And it's only this thick. Okay, next is Deathsworn by Leah Cypress. It says, Ailini is losing her magic, and that means losing everything she's ever known. Exiled to teach sorcery to assassins hidden deep within the mountains, she expects no one will ever hear from her again. The 2 previous tutors are dead, and the elders deemed her expendable. Yet, as Ailini unravels the mystery surrounding her predecessors' deaths, she'll uncover threatening secrets that have been kept for decades. Even her dangerous new love may not be able to protect her from what she discovers, not when she's willing to risk everything. And Sarah J. Maas has also blurbed this. It says, I adored every single moment and never wanted it to end. Okay, next we have the biggest book in this haul, and it is Deception by C.J. Redwine, author of Defiance. Okay, so this is the sequel to Defiance, which I do not have yet, so this is going to sit on my shelves for a little while, and I'm not even going to read the back because I don't want to spoil anything for the first one. Oops. So I guess I need to go and get Defiance, and then I'll let you know how that one goes. Okay, and then the last book in this haul is Both of Me by Jonathan Franzen. 2 lives, 2 worlds, the cracks are beginning to show. It was supposed to be just another flight, another escape into a foreign place where she could forget her past, forget her attachments, until Clara found herself seated next to an alluring boy named Elias Finn. A boy who seems to know secrets she's barely been able to admit to herself for years. When her carry-on bag is accidentally switched with Elias's identical pack, Clara uses the luggage tag to track down her things. At that address, she discovers there's not one Elias Finn, but 2. The odd, paranoid, artistic, and often angry Elias she met on the plane, who lives in an imaginary world of his own making called Salem, and the kind, sweet, and soon irresistible Elias, who greets her at the door, and who has no recollection of ever meeting Clara at all. And she learns of Elias's dissociative identity disorder, and finds herself quickly entangled in both of Elias's lives. Clara makes a decision that could change all of them forever. She is going to find out what the Salem Elias knows about her past, and how, if it means playing along with his otherworldly quest. And she's going to find a way to keep the gentle Elias she's beginning to love from ever disappearing again. And I just thought that sounded really, really interesting, like the whole split personality. There's 2 of them in one, and yeah, I thought that'd be an interesting story to read. And it looks like this is only 254 pages, so again, another short book. So just to let y'all know how much these books were, this was $3.19, this was $3.19, $3.79, $3.19, $3.19, $3.79, $3.19, $2.69, $2.69, $3.19, and $3.19. I literally only spent $35.29 for all 11 books, so I am very happy about that. This is my book outlet haul for November. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, give me a big thumbs up and a share. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, click that subscribe button down below. And until next time, bye!